Good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of the Sigma podcast. Today I'll be interviewing someone, not I've worked with this person, I've played basketball against this person, and I can assure you, in Maltese there's a word for him. I don't know if he's the same at work, but he was always a great guy and I always used to enjoy playing against him.
I'm passionate.
Clint, Hamrun Liberty Jaxa, former player at Hamrun Liberty. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here.
Clint, CEO. Wait. Start time out. Basketball. I'm going to ask this question. Did basketball in any way, because I asked this question to Eman in the past, so anyone who's from my background, did basketball in any way help you to prepare for your professional life? Or was it just school?
I would say probably sports more than school, actually.
Why?
Because sports, especially team sports, maybe being more specific, teaches you how to adapt in good, bad, challenging environments, but also allows you to better understand and sympathize with different individuals' character traits and learning how to work to their strengths.
Do they become family or teammates to a certain extent?
I mean, yes, to a certain extent. I mean, some of them are still friends of mine today. One of them just crossed all of Thailand. So yeah, I mean, running across all of Thailand, just to be clear there. So yeah, I would say yourself, so I think it does create a community, I would say, of individuals who have similar habits which you can relate to and always catch up, and it's like you never really left.
And I still remember the Hamrun versus Pembroke games used to be particular because you had some of the best players. You even had Dragan.
Yes, of course. You're going back a few years
who up
now.
to this very day I still know and still a great guy. But it's interesting, they're friendships and bonds that last.
Yes, they are. Because I think once you've built for you to have a successful team that competes, you need to be bonded as a team. Otherwise, there's no way you can really compete.
Roberto, I'm still remembering.
Yes,
Roberto Costa, Antoine Costa,
Costa.
Anthony Heiser, who I still talk to this very day on Facebook.
Okay.
See, I remember them all. The good ones we used to play against, I remember them all. Hamrun was a particularity.
Very exciting.
Very, very good team. Let's go to gaming. You're the CEO of Apidae. Sounds like Happy Day, but it's Apidae.
Yes.
What is Apidae?
So, from a branding term, as you said, it's a play on words, being Apidae versus Happy Day. Externally, but internally, actually, Apidae stands for the second largest colony of bees. Okay. And coming from a very agile mindset, we use that internally to support our clients. So Apidae as a business, we provide marketing solutions on 3 core pillars: health checks, predominantly affiliate health checks, traffic and conversions, which is obviously a big hot topic, and also very importantly, data governance. And we sit in a very unique situation where we sit between the affiliate and operator, and we support both affiliates and operators alike. And the colony of bees analogy comes from the fact where since we are a small dynamic team, we basically have the concept of queen bees, drone bees and worker bees, and depending on the project and the client, the queen bee is normally the more dominant person or the person who has the strongest domain knowledge within that sector or for that specific client. The drone bee is the facilitator, and then the worker bees could be anyone. So I could be a worker bee in one project and the queen bee in another project.
Okay.
And that allows us to be fluid.
So there's no distinction in positions in
No, I mean the title is purely there for aesthetic purposes.
How many people are you then?
13.
13. That's local?
Mixture. Of course, competing with the gambling industry, more specifically affiliate industry, you need to be a bit unique in your offering. So what we've done is we started 2 months before COVID, which was a lot of fun, to say the least. But in order to incentivize people to work with us, we utilized the remote working model as an added USP, but also approached it like a community.
Okay.
What do you mean by that? So basically, when I say a community, basically there are people who are very talented individuals, but they got comfortable with their remote working life. They enjoy, having certain liberties. So what we did is we said, look, as long as you're accountable and can deliver on your projects, you can work from wherever you want. If you want to work on a part-time or hourly basis, we can arrange that as well. So that allows us to identify good talent, and obviously...
But as long as the results...
As long as, of course. We built an infrastructure from collaboration tools, which allows us to be extremely agile in that regard.
In-house? And build them in-house?
No, as in we use Slack,
Okay,
Notion, and other tools like that. But we've centralized all of the tools, right? So we have a total of 2 tools mainly, which is Slack and Notion, and then everything is integrated into
Slack.
those.
I've heard of. What is Notion?
Notion is, I mean, you've probably heard of Trello, you've probably heard of Jira.
Yes.
You've heard of
Confluence.
So Jira and Confluence traditionally are very tech platforms.
Yes.
So what Notion does is it basically dumbs that down, or is less techy, to allow for marketeers to work with as opposed to tech people. But what's fantastic about it is it allows us to have our planning boards in there, have our wikis in there, so everything is all in one tool, plus it integrates to Slack. So whenever someone creates a new task, it notifies the respective team that a new task has been open. People can go into it, can check it. We're extremely transparent. Of course, one of the things with remote environment, you have to be transparent and provide as much context as possible. So yes, Notion has been a fantastic addition to that and has really allowed us to scale.
Okay, so from a marketing point of view, you handle just purely gaming, right?
Gaming, fintech, crypto would be the 3 core areas.
Okay, and what would be the differences between the 3 operationally for you?
The traffic sources mainly, and the integrations from a data perspective. Ultimately, and then obviously the strategy would be slightly different, but that would also vary between one client and another, or one partner and another. And we also work in different commercial models as well, so it's not just the standard flat fee. We work with
from
hybrid
a payment
models.
point of view, and
yeah, exactly. So especially once we build a certain relationship with a partner, normally they say, okay, how can we strengthen this relationship? And I say, okay, let's reduce the fees and work on a hybrid deal where we have a minimum fee plus a percentage of whatever we generate.
From a profit
so at
perspective.
least like that. So it's not going
you
down
become
the
partners into the business a bit like that, right?
Correct. We're a lot more.
So you're invested in it.
Yes. In fact, we don't want to be a 50-60 man company with 30-40 clients. We are more aiming to be a lean, mean machine, as I like to call it, but focusing on 5-10 core brands.
But you can grow those brands
exactly,
yourselves,
so you can grow them
together with the original, with the founders and the UBOs.
Correct.
Okay, you mentioned 3 fronts, 3-pronged approach: health checks, traffic and convergence, and data governance. Okay, so let's break them down one by one.
Sure.
Health checks.
So health checks, we can do it from both, again, the affiliate side or the operator side. From the affiliate side, we tend to more help them. So affiliates tend to have signed up to hundreds and hundreds of different affiliate programs promoting different brands and whatever. And normally some of the pain points is gathering all that information together and understanding which deals are generating the best revenue and which deals are not. Not saying that there aren't affiliates who do this very well, but unfortunately what happens is when you start to sign up to different affiliate programs, it starts getting fragmented, right? So we normally suggest the data governance as a first step so that we integrate all the different tech stack that is going on, and then we analyze and assist on what optimization should be done across the different traffic sources. From an operator perspective, and then however, we actually look at their affiliate program where they have all their affiliates and then basically help them find new affiliates, but also optimize the existing affiliate deals. We have built bespoke reports in order to be able to analyze this. There are some great affiliate programs out there, and then visualizing things in a manner where an affiliate manager can take a decision faster rather than going to 3, 4, 5 different reports. We basically bring that all together, and then of course there's a team of talented individuals, including my co-founder Matthew Fleresoler, who is kind of spearheads that section.
Okay.
And works with the affiliate team to ensure that it's a profitable platform.
So you assist affiliates, but you're not affiliates yourselves.
I would say we're a hybrid. So we have our own.
So you do some affiliation.
Yes,
as well?
we do. We have our own traffic sources, but we also have a mini network where, unfortunately, networks have a bit of a bad rap in the industry.
In what sense?
In the sense of low quality traffic, spammy traffic, you name it. So what we are doing instead is we're working with partners who are affiliates or are offering similar service to us but are just focusing on traffic. We plug them into our network and are able to offer high value traffic sources to anyone who would like that.
In your health checks, would AI in any way contribute? Is it a tool you find useful? I'm asking this because we're picking up a trend with AI discussions, and I had recently a really interesting debate between Sean Bianco from Game Changer and JJ Gatt in Ebo. And a few days ago, I also had an interesting discussion with Mark Flores Martin on the use of AI to generate slots in 10 minutes, which for those who haven't seen that podcast, I urge you to go and visit that podcast. So, but in your line of work, AI.
Yes, I mean, I believe in adapt or die. And if you're not using AI,
don't give me buzzwords. Tell me how it comes into effect.
Okay, I mean, in the health.
Listen, the one wearing the political hat as a way of life is me, not you. And I don't use adapt or die. So please spare me.
Okay, fine. No, I mean it's cliche. Yes, fair enough. But what I mean by that is like in the affiliate health check, maybe not so much as that pillar because it's more of the expertise and knowledge you have up hand. But for example, if we take 2 steps back and look at the brand, for example. So I've been training our AI agent, who I've called Jarvis, obviously, being a fan of the Avengers. And basically, I
thought you were a fan of Blur.
No. And basically, have been training it on what products we offer, what brand tone of voice we would like to use, what colors we use, and all of these things. So, and then eventually I can ship that off to the rest of the team, and if they need any information, it's almost a knowledge base in itself. Like, okay, give me a proposal for this and this product and make sure the branding is in line with X, Y, and Z, and it can actually churn that out for us with ease, right? So it's basically finding, I think the best way to start from is looking at repetitive tasks that you're doing and automating those with AI. That will be the first step. And then there's also a lot of advantages of using AI, or as we like to call it, assisted AI. So,
what is assisted AI? What do you mean by that?
Exactly. So a lot of people have the maybe misconception that you can create a blog post in AI and copy and paste it.
No, you can't. Correct.
But
nowadays there are tools which will actually
the texture tools are all a scam. Let's put it that way.
Yes and no.
There might be a couple because there's always new ones coming out. Let's put it this way: we haven't been penalized by Google, and we do AI-assisted content.
No, but when you have certain politicians, I'll go back to politicians who use AI to generate their articles, and then you get journals who run those articles through AI and say this was actually generated through ChatGPT,
which I don't see the problem with, quite frankly, because ultimately,
because those are not your words.
Doesn't matter.
No, but if you're a politician, you have to believe in what you're writing.
I mean,
let's not
go into politics,
yes,
because
please.
it is not my topic of choice in the slightest. No, but sticking to the gaming industry, right?
Assisted AI.
You're going to generate the content, but you still need to proofread it.
Mushek.
But also, when you're actually uploading that content to the site, there are certain things which are the EAT principles of SEO, for example, which you need to apply and adhere to in order to actually not get penalized, right?
I got to know a bit about SEO through Sean.
Yeah, for sure. Great guy.
He loves SEO.
Yeah.
Yourselves, do you work on an SEO level as well?
Yes. So we have SEO and paid media.
Okay. So I'm going to ask this to you. Same question I asked to Sean. It was pointed out to me that in 2024, Google has changed its algorithm so many times. That, and the way you're nodding your head, it seems you're agreeing with me.
Yes, completely so far.
Why?
I think it was a bit of a knee-jerk reaction from Google. Because of ChatGPT.
Okay, why?
Because what was happening was that the trend was that people were starting to move from asking questions in Google. So I'm sure, like most of us, if you're looking for something, you would say, how can I find this? Or how do I do this? Whilst in Google, you're getting a list of links which you can go to and read the information, whilst if you ask the same question in ChatGPT, it's going to give you the summarized
whole
version.
answer.
So of course, and there are other tools even better than ChatGPT, such as Perplexity, which actually gives you super research and actually has, which is probably my favorite feature, where you can, number one, it crawls the web up to today. So ChatGPT is, I don't know what the latest is, but ChatGPT looks at the internet, I believe, up to 10 months ago. So
Okay.
it doesn't have the latest news. Whereas Perplexity actually crawls the latest. But it also has one of my
And is it free to use or?
Yes, it's free to use, and then you can pay for the pro version, etc. But even the free version is extremely powerful. But if, for example, I'm working on something which is a little bit sensitive in nature, and I want to make sure I find the, let's say, the white paper from a professor or something like that, Perplexity gives you the option to only select, I forgot the term, where it's in the focus section where you just select academic, and it will only give you academically verified articles. So it removes all the noise.
So it removes the noise and just
and
leaves
gives
the
you
meat.
what you need, right? And what's nice is it gives you the summary, but also gives you the links to the sites. That
So those would be your footnotes.
Exactly, So and then from there, like whenever we're starting a project, quite frankly, it's doing the research. We use AI a lot for that research, and then reflect it for our industry, right? Because and then that's where that's where the expertise comes in, right?
No, that's where you grabbing the AI information and looking at it from a gaming perspective. Something which I think the AI itself cannot do
yet,
but you can teach it, right?
Correct.
This is an interesting thing. The next few months on this podcast is going to be dominated by AI. And I already have an idea on how many people, and maybe we can work on a panel at Sigma as well.
No, I mean AI is super exciting, especially for someone who likes to automate his work to do less. It is very handy, and there's just so many opportunities. We even built a prototype where, for the data governance pillar, actually, whereby at the moment you have text to AI, right? Or video.
What's text to AI? Sorry.
Text, not text to AI, sorry, text to image or text to video.
Okay, that I know.
So what we have done now actually is...
I need to thank...
Flores Martin or...
No, Oliver,
okay. So what...
Quantum.
Okay. So what we have done...
He taught me that. He showed it to me in Cyprus.
Very cool. No, I mean... But what we have done, so it's not the ChatGPTs of this world. So we sit on a lot of data, right? For the brands very specifically. And normally what tends to happen is you have your analytical people, which will love to go in and either download the data and play with it themselves in Excel or in a BI tool, etc. And those which are not prone to numbers, but are more visual people or people who are more creative. So giving them a list of numbers, you've lost them before you've even started. So what did we do? So we basically stored the data in what we call a data warehouse or data lake, or whichever term is more trending right now. And then we started to train the AI to understand the data set. So we basically said, okay, understand what data you have there and ask any questions so that we can...
So when you say you need to train the AI, how do you train an AI?
By giving it prompts, right? So ultimately, the AI is intelligent in itself, if we talk about IQ. And then you still need to tell it what to do. So it is, if you don't give it the input, it cannot give you the processing for the output. And that is really what you're doing, right? You're just making sure that whatever inputs you're giving it are the right inputs as well, because and then it gives you wrong outputs. So that when it's processing, it's learning all of this.
The scary day would be when it learns how to give us output without us giving it any input.
It's only, I would say, 5 years away from that, to be quite honest.
Okay, Mark told me 2 yesterday.
2 is being bold, but I think probably not to scare people off. 5 is a fair number, because I believe regulation is going to come into play.
And you're a fan of Terminator?
As far as the movie goes, yes.
So do you believe in Skynet taking over?
Oh yes, I mean, listen, when we look at what Elon Musk is doing with, not Skynet, but with, what's the name of his platform? Starlink. Not far from Skynet, let's be honest. And I think Elon Musk himself actually said it best when he said we're already bionic humans because we are plugged to our mobiles and our smart devices. So we're already, let's say, version 0.5 of what that will be like. And obviously now he's working on the chipsets, which the name cannot come to me right now. And he gave basically a blind person, I believe, the visual parity, so I think that is quite a feat. So yes, it's here to stay. I am scared of the singularity side of things, right?
What do you mean by singularity?
So singularity is basically
we're overrunning. I'm sorry, but I need to finish on this. Understand what is singularity?
And we can switch, sure, no problem. So singularity is if you think of a graph and the graph is learning, so it is growing exponentially, there comes a point where the AI becomes so smart, to your point of processing stuff before we actually tell it, where the graph will just do this. The minute that happens is singularity, which is too late for us to do anything to control it, because then it is everywhere on the internet unless we shut down the internet and all the digital systems it may have fed into.
So basically sending us back to the Stone Age in order to... Okay. On that note, we're going to have to end over here. Clint, We're going to have you again, for sure. You've given me also an idea for the Sigma event, which will be taking place in Malta, so try and keep it free. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying the content, and if you are, then please press subscribe, post notifications, so you are aware of all the new content that we are pushing out as Sigma.work. Thank you so much.